Hello, Howell Family. This is Prince Kerr, the voice of HC. I hope you're all doing great. Before we get into this video, please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps and it will be greatly appreciated. In today's conversation, I wanted to discuss leaving people behind before our video this week, so let's talk about it. What does it mean to leave people behind is what we really need to understand and accept for ourselves. First, there's two types of leaving someone behind. In one instance, it's literally cutting someone off. We usually cut someone off when we feel like they've done something wrong to us or that they're not treating us the way that we believe that we should be treated. Usually, when we let someone go in this way, it's because there's something big that happened, and in consequence to this happening, we have to let someone go. So we don't necessarily feel bad about ourselves when we have to let someone go in this way because it feels justified. However, in another instance, you grow away from a person. So this is a circumstance where, for example, you would have childhood friends or people that you've held to a high regard for so long, and you're starting to realize that they're not on the same path as you. They don't see life in the same way, and the way that they're comporting themselves is completely opposite to the way that you feel that you should be comporting yourself at a certain time. In this conversation, we're more going to touch on the second instance, where growing apart from someone is becoming your reality. Is feeling like you're doing something disloyal justified? Is feeling like you're letting these people down the right thing to feel? What should you be feeling? It's important to accept that leaving the wrong people behind us opens up room for the right people in your life. And the wrong person doesn't mean that they're bad people, or it doesn't mean that they're malicious. It just means that where you're going in your life is not where they're going in their lives. And you would both be doing each other a disservice by maintaining a relationship that does not work. While it's great to believe in oneself, a little help from others can be a great blessing. But you're not going to be able to get that blessing if the people in your life are not the people that are supposed to be on your path. For example, let's say that you're on a team of basketball players and you want to win a championship. By getting soccer players on your team, although they're great players, although they would be a great addition to a squad in another circumstance, for the goal that you are desiring to achieve right now, which is to win a basketball championship, their skills are not necessarily going to be advantageous for that mission. And that just is what it is. In this way, we can think about letting go of someone as something constructive for both parties, no matter how much it hurts when the truth of that reality comes to pass. Sometimes letting someone go is just the right thing to do. In other instances, it is important to accept that we are the company that we keep. The people that are around us, that we spend the most time with, that we share the most of our energy with, end up becoming the people that we are. Thus, if you are noticing over time that the people that you spend the most of your time with are idling, or that they have a negative energy or perspective about life as a whole, and that they don't necessarily offer anything to themselves or the world, then you could kind of imagine the way that you're perceived in the world. And maybe you can start to reflect on the things that you're actually doing to get to be the person that you want to be. Maybe you'll realize that although you think that you're doing much, you're not really doing much. And you're going to be able to see that by just taking a better look at the people that are around you. No matter how much you love them, some people are actively holding you back from who you desire to be, sometimes through no fault of their own. But sometimes there are scenarios that people see your potential but want you to continue to be who you are to them, even if that means to consciously hold you back from becoming who they know that you are destined to be. It is important to accept that people have a very important effect on our thoughts, our moods, and our actions. So ask yourself this question. Those people who you're always around, those people who you are giving your life, time, and energy to, do those people really love you like how you love them? Do those people who you respect so much and hold to such a high regard respect you? Do they care about how you feel about them? Or do they just say they do? Sometimes people have been in our lives for so long that we don't realize that we invented the role that they play in our lives. They never actually claimed to be anything more than they always were, but because you care so much, you misrepresented their roles in your life. Maybe it's time to reevaluate your relationships. Maybe it's time to let those illusions go. Maybe it's time to finally, truly ask yourself, why do you care so much in the first place? Is it because you've spent so much time with them? Are you afraid to meet new people? Are you scared that letting go of these people will leave you stranded? Do you believe that you deserve anything more than what you are getting? Truly ask yourself these questions and challenge whether the people that are around you actually deserve your presence at all. It is important to accept that some people are just not choosing you, even though you are actively choosing them. In many circumstances, it is important to consider that if they wanted to, they would. Stop overextending yourself for people who are incapable of following through, people who are consciously unreachable. There is better out there, and you deserve better if you allow yourself to deserve better. But that better only comes by accepting that these people have to go. Do you really care about achieving your goals? Do you really have a passion? Do you really think that you can become the person that is fulfilled? If you truly believe that, why are you spending your energy on things that are counterproductive to that journey? If you really care about where you are going in your life, it is important to accept that your mission is very important. Never undermine your life's journey. You are important and you are worthy. Worthy to be given a chance, worthy to be accepted, worthy to be loved. And don't let anyone ever have you believing otherwise. Sometimes we take the scraps of someone else because we don't believe that we're worth having any more than what we are getting. We, because of many things, believe that we are weird or strange or unorthodox, and that nobody would actually care for us the way that we would want to be cared for. But this is not true. It is only a reality because you are allowing it to be. You are you, a human, with flaws, as we all are. Although it may be difficult, it is important to accept that everyone is not for you like they say they are. Pay attention to the way people move and less attention to the words they speak. Pay much more attention to the illusions that you may have created for yourself, and ask yourself why. Why do you want this person to be that person that you thought that they were? Is it because of a lack? why is that lack there? By challenging yourself and asking yourself these questions, it makes finding these people in real life possible because you are in the know. And as they say, knowledge is power. If you are committed to becoming the best version of who you are, then it will be important to stay away from people who act differently when they are around other people or other circumstances, or sometimes even choose to denigrate you. It is important to accept that some people are just in your life as admirers. Although they spend so much time with you, although they may say certain things that make you believe that they're there for you, they just want your energy, no matter how much you want them to be otherwise. Be observant of those admirers who disguise themselves as your friends. Basically, I wanted to have this conversation to entice you to stop accepting the bare minimum from people who just leech off of your gifts. Learn to see the good in people without the urge to house them and feed them energetically, because you're draining yourself and you matter. And there are people in this world who actually care and would love to experience your presence. As stated earlier, letting go does not have to be for negative reasons at all. Sometimes, progress just calls for something different. And it is for you to take those actions, or first to realize that those actions are necessary, and then taking those actions to become the person that you know that you can be. It is also important to accept that sometimes the person that we desire isn't always the right fit, no matter how much we want them to be. When you're on the journey to becoming the best version of you, people are going to start disappearing. You're going to have to start making these choices because you're going somewhere that they can't come. Those past relationships were meant for something else in your life, but that something does not involve their continued attachment to who you are becoming. On your life's journey, it is important to accept that nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists, as famously quoted by Jay-Z. This simply means that the people in your life that are supposed to be in your life will continue to be in your life, and other relationships can be seen as learning experiences, and they were just there to be there in that moment, to build who you are becoming. If you feel differently or begin to feel uncomfortable around a person that you once believed provided light to your life, it is important to consider that you are not crazy. Maybe that relationship needs to be reevaluated. It's best to confront the way you feel than to continue to live in a reality that is not true. So, yeah, letting go of people. Let's have a conversation about that in the comment section. How do you feel about letting people go? Are you truly happy with the people that are around you right now? What do you think about going forward in your life without these people? Are you going to allow that to happen? Do you need it to? Let me know in the comment section. Everyone has their own way of doing things, and everyone has their very unique way of handling situations, especially when it comes to situations that deal with our emotions and the people that we love. So sharing your thoughts maybe will help someone else deal with their situation or understand things from a different perspective so that they could make the progress that they need in their lives. But that will be all for today's video. If you want to hear more of my thoughts and you enjoy these type of videos, also leave a comment in the comment section. We're open to suggestions on what we should talk about next on another episode of Conversations. If you like this video and enjoy our content, please do us a favor and hit that like button and share it with a friend. I'll see you on the next episode of Conversations on Howell Consultations, the how-to to being true to you.